Hey everyone. So today I have an idea what I'm going to make, but I'll be honest, I haven't made it yet. I wanted to play around with it today and I just didn't get that done. So I'm hoping, praying that this works. I, of course, was inspired by Gayle. I think sometimes she can make a mud pie and I'd be like, oh my gosh, yes, why didn't I think of that? Okay, so something that she showed, I watched, this is the truth. I watched that video probably, I don't even know, 5, 6 times. I always had it playing in the background until, Navy was awake. And then he has other ideas. He's kind of like me. He doesn't watch it, but he needs it to be on. I mean, that child can be down the hall chasing after a toy, and I can turn it on to something I want, and here he comes. Okay, so again, I don't know if she made this or if she just showed it. Like maybe it was something she had made at a different time or someone sent to her. I really don't know. Isn't that sad? How can you be inspired and you don't even know what you saw? Um, it was a tall envelope. Well, it wasn't as tall as this, but it was an envelope that looked like a tag. And immediately I thought of these envelopes because I've had them for a really long time and I haven't done much with them because they're so deep. But something about that, her showing that, made me think I have an idea. So I'm going to cut the top to give it that tag shape. And also today she did Roxy's challenge, which I loved, and that kind of goes hand in hand with this too. I think I want to use that idea on this. Okay, so here we have our big tall tag. And what I think I'm going to do, and there was a viewer that said, because I was struggling with my rusty stapler and my fabric yesterday, trying to get it to staple through, they're like, well, staple it to the fabric and then glue your fabric down. That way it doesn't have to go through so many layers. And I thought, why didn't I think of that? As many times as I sat here and hit that stapler waiting for it to go through, that, of course, that's a good yes. Thank you. And I would say your name, but again, I didn't get it written down. And I really do appreciate you. I think I'm going to take a piece of lace. And this one's kind of folded, and I'm going to make it look a little bit. Now this is going to be for that tall journal that I showed. And I did have some people want to see more of that. And I am going to work on that soon. Because I'm interested in it myself. I haven't seen it so long, I don't even know what's in it. Isn't that something? But so I think I'm going to ink around this a little bit. And like I said, it's really tall. So like to put something in it would be the first thing that came to my mind I wanted to put in it. And I think to do that, I want to emboss it. So we'll make another one. But you know that when I was doing the faux documents and things, I think that blue one would go really well in one of these. And again, like I said, I want to do it like the Roxy challenge and hinge it to the side of a page. I think maybe with some stamps, like it's really a letter. And maybe I'll do some squiggling on the front. Well, if I'm going to do that, I don't want to emboss it. Okay, so this is going to look like a letter. We're going to pretend this is a letter. And let's get out some stamps here that would look like something that would be on a letter. I was thinking before I started this, Navy's so funny. I said the other day when I was doing the Valentine's, the little ones got the candy, and I wasn't going to give that to Navy because he was really just a mini M&M and chocolate chips. If you give him those, he loves your face. So and now he's got where he'll bring you something to put them in. And it might be a truck or a tractor that just has a little seat in it where you can put a couple of those chocolate chips. He's a funny little fella. You just put him in anything. Well, Stink, I said in the last video that Navy was helping me and got into my stamps. I guess that was part of the stamps that he decided to put somewhere else, was the postal stamps. But you know what? I have some more. I know I do. I don't know what this one is, but we're going to use it. Hope it says something about mailing. Oh, it says Paris, I think. That'd be good. Because the way I've done that handwriting, you're not going to be able to read it. So I wonder if I should put down like a stamp. Yeah, let's glue some of these vintage stamps. Ooh, we need to do that. Should I stick with the blue or give it more color? Let's put one of these red ones. Yeah. Like I said, you have to be open-minded because you never know what he's going to bring you to put his oh, darn it. I almost put that in the wrong thing. To put his candy in. You just have to keep looking, see if there's a little slot somewhere you can stick some in. Okay, now we're going to put our stamp on there. And these little things too. And then we got to scribble like a letter to someone. And my pen is running out. Do you believe that? I don't know if this is black or not. Yeah, it's black. Okay. All right. So we've just done something like that. And now, like Joanne says, we're going to wad it up so we can straighten it out. Yes, I know. Junk journaling does not make much sense. But I was talking yesterday that I didn't want that to be too bumpy. And then I wadded it all up. Okay. Now I'm going to put my thing on just like this. And I'm going to hinge it from the side of a page in that big tall journal. But I'm going to just pretend to staple. I'll just staple through the front one like she said and then glue it. I'm excited to work on that big journal again because I remember at the antique store I found these really, really big postcards. I mean, huge postcards. And they were very antique, very old. And I was so excited because I hadn't seen any that large before. Look at that. You're so wonderful. Yes. Works like a charm, don't it? Now I get my fabric tack. Thank you, thank you. You are wonderful. You know who you are, too, because you've just left me that message, and I know you're going, hey, she's talking to me. I am talking to you. Thank you. This was the best idea. And seriously, I don't even know how many staples I went through yesterday trying to get this done. And she says, well, why don't you do that? Well, I don't know. That would have been way, way, way too easy. You know, really, when she said it, I thought, ooh, I ought to go dig those back out and just glue them on. Now, you have reached the bottom of the bucket if you're going to go in there and dig through that trash for smashed up staples. No, you're not going to do it. I talked to myself. I told myself that was dumb. Okay, so here is this. And I also think I'm going to put a piece of my H tape across here because that's pretty thin now that I've cut that. Just going to take a little piece of it and I'm going to cut it in half because it doesn't really need to be this wide. I'll make it kind of jagged. Get my glue stick out. And then across. Glue stick looks like it might be trying to dry up. I wonder if I left the lid off of it again. Do something like that. In that corner. And then I'll run a piece across it. Let me grab that faux piece of faux document and we'll just go ahead and slide that right down in there where I don't forget to do it. You know, the colors almost match too. This was that blue tea. And that envelope I got at a secondhand store. Oh, this is going to be perfect, y'all. I love this. I love it when a plan comes together. Just put that down in there. And when I hinge it, I might just even hinge it with some of that age tape. What do you think? Love it. Do you like that? Do you think that's a good idea? All right. So I grabbed some other ones just to, this one isn't long. This one is a tall one. It doesn't have the lip at the top. I was really thinking about the ones that had the lip at the top. But what if you don't have any of those, but you have tall envelopes? And we're gonna make one that's really tall like that blue one too. But I'm thinking about this. And this could be our hinge right here, of course. And so that I don't have to do a lot of ungluing and re-gluing, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my tags go in this way. So I'm going to glue down right down through the side. But before I do that, I'm going to cut this in half so that it's two separate tags or two separate slots. Grab me something to slide underneath there and cut it. I thought I had a little thin deal, but I don't, so I'm just going to slide that in there. And this does not have to be precise. I mean, the bottom, they don't have to be the same size. That. Whoop. Just don't get carried away and go all the way to the side like I did. But the good thing is, even if you do, I think I'm going to sew or put washi tape, aged washi, you know, like that trick where they put the washi tape and then use some sandpaper on it. So these are just really simple ideas, I know, but I think this is fun. And probably what I should have done before I glued that down is put something over that. Thought about putting some lace there. But now, see, I've made it difficult on myself because it's glued down, but that's okay. No, I'm not. I'm just going to sew around this. Let's do that. Let's just sew around this. And then maybe do some stamping, you know, with the script stamp, and I can decorate it more when I put it in the book. What do you think? But now I have a hinged deal that has two pockets in it. Just that easy. I love this. I hope you think this isn't crazy. And then I think also what I'm going to do is slide something underneath. It's just a scrap. Across that opening like that, because I forgot to ink it. I don't know that that looks great, but I didn't put a cutout at the top either, did I? So that's stupid. Now I just have one. Well, my word, I got so excited that it was working out, and look what I did. I glued it shut. No, I said I was going to make them from the side, and look what I did. That. Well, that was dumb. That's okay. We're just going to, you know what's going to happen? No, I don't either. I'll just be real honest. Well, here, let's do this. We're just going to trim this off. Put that at an angle like it's meant to be, you know, kind of mitered. And then we'll have an opening at the top, and we'll have one here. Okay, we're back in business. I bet you guys were thinking, well, fool, how in the world are you going to get in there to do anything? You're not. You just glued it all shut. Boy, that's wow. That tickles me to pieces. Okay. All right. So now we have two small pockets, one at the top. You know what we could do? We could put a little notch up here. Let's do that. And those are just as crooked, look at that, as they can be. Sometimes you gotta go, where was I going with that? Well, Christy Lewis, I don't care. It's gonna look great. Somehow, it's gonna look good, I bet you. I mean, not today. No, see, that didn't turn out bad. It's okay. So right here, though, now it goes all the way. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue across there. And really, you could do another one too, couldn't you? But I'm not going to. I'm not going to push my luck on this one. I am going to sew around it. Should I put some lace in between them? Would that be pretty? And then this would be, you know, I like that. I love lace on this brown. I think it looks so pretty. So let's do that. Let's put a little bit of lace. And really, this could be a little pocket too. I didn't glue that down. That's going to be fun. Yes. And let's put one at the bottom too. So what do you think? Maybe up a little bit. Well, sorry. It's cute. When I come back from sewing, I'm going to have that fixed where you can see it a little better. And then, of course, when I put it in the book, I could always do something on this outside too. I'm going to put some hinges there, so maybe I won't decorate until I do those hinges, you know, until it's actually in the book. Same way someone mentioned on that big tag I made, if I had decorated that pocket, and I really think they're right. I need to do that. Okay, so I'm going to, actually, let's make our other one first, because it may get sewed around too. And so what I have is just some not very heavy 12 by 12 paper. And how tall is this thing? Is it 12? Well, pretty much, yeah. By the time you, okay, so we're going to leave that. And I think it needs to be about 8 inches wide. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to fix my camera first where you can see. Okay, so I went ahead and cut it down 9 by 12. It was already 12, but I cut it down to 9 while I fixed my camera. And this one's kind of cool. It looks like a retro burger kind of thing. So we're definitely going to have to put a guest check tag in this. So I'm wanting to leave it. Let's see. If I want to put a guest check tag in it, that's going to be perfect. Okay. I'm going to just fold it together like this. I don't even know. I'll look in just a second, see how much I folded it in. Shoot, to make the flap, I'd have to cut off this part, and I don't want to do that. So, already we've went off track here. I'm not going to cut this. I am going to cut it like a tag, but it's not going to have a flap unless I take it from the bottom. Always something we could do. But I'm going to fold this up. Let's see. I want it about the size of this one. So fold it up out right here. And it looks like I folded it about 2.5 inches. Okay, so I folded it up, and we're going to cut these boxes off, those squares. And you know, this is not going at all like I thought it was going to, so there's really no telling what we're making here. And I'm going to miter that a little bit. This is why it's always good to try to plan ahead and make a sample first. Don't just run by the hair of your chin. I guess that's what makes it fun sometimes, isn't it? Okay, so now we have this really long envelope, kind of like a banker's envelope. Only thing is, I'm not going to cut the top because I really, really like that part. How much of it would I have to cut off? Not a lot. Okay, I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to lose just a little bit of it. And when you open it up, you'll still see all but this very top. And of course, I'll keep that. And maybe we'll do something with that too. Let's see what we got here. Tell you what we don't have is a clean cut. There we go. And I am going to eat this. I think I don't know if I finished what I was thinking about this 12 by 12 paper. It's not very heavy, so it's good for stuff like this. So my thinking was, when you have a tall tag like this, or a tall envelope, you kind of want, I kind of was thinking I wanted to break it down, right? So if I did that, I would want, but you could fold it over and put something in, and then I could put this short one in the bottom. Like, you know, like it could stick above this, and then your other tag would be inside all the way. That's what I'm thinking. So to do that, I'm going to cut across here, and then I'm going to sew. Actually, I think I'll sew first, and then I'll just cut. Well, what would be a good way to do that? This is what I was thinking I wanted to do, was sew across the envelope so you have 2 openings. But I have to cut below the sewing, and I'm wondering the best way to do that. we'll just do it like this. And now I'll ink these. You can make it kind of a rounded moon shaped too. Wouldn't that look cool? I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this. And I'm going to glue this shut. Show you what I'm thinking. Hope this works. Like that. Glue this one. That. Whoop, got my little crazy there. Now I think I'm just going to glue this like this. This can be a pocket too. Okay, so now we got 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to sew across here. I really don't need to glue it, but I am going to glue it just a little bit. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to trim this little top a little bit more. So we've got 1, 2, 3 pockets. And we're going to hinge it onto the side of a page. And you have writing here. You could actually write on the pockets. I love this. Okay. And all this because I really wanted to do something with my tall envelopes. The blue ones. And I ended up, I didn't do anything weird with it anyway. I just stuck a big letter in it. Not very creative. So let me sew this. You know, this is kind of like a dinner thing. This we could, if we wanted to decorate it, we could put like a piece of a doily here, you know, like where they were ordering. You know, they have placemats where they eat, not ordering. Okay, I'm going to sew these two, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I brought my ephemera box over. We've got this one done. I love it. I hope you do. I like that. And then, would you take the flap off or no? I think I need to leave it on. Maybe put a little rusty safety pin or paper clip or something there. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. And then this one, I went ahead and stuck the guest check in. Doesn't this look cool? The sewing just makes this thing. Really does. You could do faux sewing. But I sewed across the bottom and the middle. And then each edge. And so you have a pocket here, here, and at the bottom. And I think that's pretty neat. Love it. So, and I'll decorate this guest check when we get ready to put it in the big journal. I was just kind of showing you what we have. Isn't that neat? I love it. Okay, so I was thinking about on this one, what kind of things do we want to put in there? But see, this is what I was thinking about for the guest check, something like this. Just put that in there, I guess. Couldn't I? Yeah, I like that. There's one. Here's another guest check I done that I didn't finish yet with the napkin. That would look kind of neat just to fill it with those, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll do something like that. We'll figure that out. But like on this, I could put this tag in here in the top and then something a little taller. Maybe one of these flip tags in there like this. Ooh, I like it. What do you think? Hey, I love how that turned out. And see, this will be a hinge on the side of a pocket. I love it. And this one will use stamps or labels to hinge it to the side. And like I said, we'll work on that in the next video whenever I do start working on that large journal, because that's what these are for. But if you have large envelopes, or you know, you have the desire to make a crazy big journal like I did, I don't know why, this is so cool and easy. I mean, seriously, that is so easy. I love that. And this was already an envelope. This was an envelope. Love it. I wanted to show you something though. You know, in the last video, I was talking about the stickers, taking the shine off, and, you know, I do believe there's a place for those shiny stickers. And I believe there's a time that they don't, you can't even tell they're stickers like this. Look at this. Okay, so this is a book page, you know, of plants and this and that. All of these are part of the book page. These are stickers. And really, you can't tell the difference. Not even up close. You can't tell where the edge of my stuff is. I mean, it looks that good. Why? Because it's laminated. The laminate is slick, so it looks great. And this was to be a book plate, like to write in my large journal. I was going to put that in there. And look at, here's the back. This isn't stickers. This is actually part of the book. But I made that, and that has stickers. This is a sticker. Oh, I love this. Doesn't that look like a real dried flower? So, I mean, yes, those stickers have a place, and they are beautiful. Look at those leaves. You can't even, I mean, they look real. But that's a sticker that's been laminated. And I'm going to be doing a laminate project because, as I told you before, I was having issues. I bought 3 over a long span of time with junk journaling. I gave 1 away. I still have 2. I'm not overly ecstatic about either one of them. One of them is a little bit better. Look at these great big huge journaling spots. They're going to go in that book. I love these. I forgot about all this stuff. Oh, look, and that's a napkin too. And that's a big, that's on a book page. And but I could back that. This would be a really nice journaling spot, wouldn't it? Anyway, look at me go. I was sorting ephemera the other day. So, you know, I've got this box here, but what was I talking about? Shame. Oh, my laminators. I love that. I love laminating napkins, laces, all the things. And I know some people don't like lamination because they think it's, you know, adding more plastic to the landfill. But in my mind, I'm not. I'm preserving things because I'm not going to throw these things away. And I want to work on some pictures too for my Scott journal that, of course, I'm going to try to do a test run first because it's, you know, it's not like the pictures aren't in my mind, but they're the only physical ones I have, and I don't know where they came from to print them again. Of course, as old as they are, they probably came from a negative that no one in this world could find. But so I'm going to work on some things like that. But what do you think of these? Do you love these, or think, why would you make tags that tall? Well, because you can put 2 tags in here. You've got writing spot. Oh no, we can put more than that. We've got these little things here, don't we? Here's just some tags that aren't finished sitting by my desk, but look, they can go in here. So this little envelope, I mean, I know we closed, well, we didn't close it up. Look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags in there. Plus we have a writing spot. And it's gonna, oh, I just love this. I seriously love this. If we hinged it here, you got all this writing too. I love this. And this is just a tall envelope. This tall envelope we're gonna hinge. You have all this writing. You could actually write on here if you wanted to. And then what we put inside the ephemera, you could use for writing. This one, we've got 1, 2, 3, 3 pockets in it as well. I love this. I really do. I hope you do. This was not how the project was supposed to go, but I'm tickled to pieces with it. I love it. I would probably take this off and make it a tag just like that. You know what we could put in here, since it's like a restaurant theme kind of thing? As you can tell, that big journal is going to be an eclectic. Is that what they call it? Meaning it's not going to make any sense. But we could put some of those coffee business card things in there. Ooh, we could put those down here. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Love that. Yep. That's wonderful. And this will be also hinged to the side of a page. So what do you think of this? Do you like it? Hate it? Already doing it? Like I say, this took a different route, but I love it. Love where it went. I hope you guys like it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.